Does most dancing in the amber glow. The sleeping city breathing far below. Static humming in the empty air. We are alone, we are everywhere. The skyline fades into a purple haze. I watch the headlights walking through the maze. Your silhouette against the window pane, tracing the path of the falling rain. We left the noise of the waking world outside, slipping away on the midnight tide. A glass of wine in a quiet room, lost in the shadows of the silver moon. The pulse is rising underneath the floor, a gentle knocking at the heavy door. I feel the rhythm creeping through my skin. This is the moment that the night begins. We are swimming in the velvet city lights, washed away into the deepest of the night. Let the bassline carry all the way we hold, turning every lead to liquid gold, drifting softly on a wave of neon blue. Nothing matters in the dark but me and you. We are swimming in the velvet city lights, losing gravity inside the deepest nights. Shadow dances on the speaker cone, the frequency vibrating through the bone. You close your eyes and let the music speak, the secret language for the tired and weak. I watch the rhythm catch the way you breathe, a quiet magic that we both believe. The hours blur into a single sound, with both our feet so far above the ground. The pulse is rising underneath the floor, a gentle knocking at the heavy door. I feel the rhythm creeping through my skin. This is the moment that the night begins. We are swimming in the velvet city lights, washed away into the deepest of the night. Let the bassline carry all the weight we hold, turning all of the air to liquid gold, drifting softly on a wave of neon blue. Nothing matters in the dark but me and you. We are swimming in the velvet city lights, losing gravity inside the deepest nights. Time is an illusion in this quiet space. I see the future written on your face. The frequencies are washing over me, a deep and quiet kind of ecstasy. No need for words when the groove is deep. We leave behind the world that fell asleep. We are swimming in the velvet city lights, washed away into the deepest of the night. Let the bassline carry all the way city slows down to a single breath. Shadows stretch across the empty avenue. Colors bleed slowly through the heavy fog. I close my eyes and let the current pull me in. Street lights flicker like a dying star. I leave my worries at the open door. Footsteps echoing inside the dark. A heavy rhythm rising from the floor. The velvet sky is dripping indigo. I lose my shadow in the alleyway. A quiet magic starting to unfold. Washing bridges in my life. The bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Reflections shimmer on the waiting glass. A sudden shiver running down my spine. I watch the hours and the minutes pass, but time is nothing in this strange design. The heavy air is tasting sweet and cold. A silver smoke is rising from the street. This is the only heaven I can hold. Inside the pocket of a steady beat, the bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Can you feel the frequency rising? A silent storm waking in the deep. The colors are slowly colliding. They promise the shadows will keep. Let go of the weight you are carrying. Fall into the rhythm sleep. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are sinking in the velvet sea, where the pulse is finally setting us free. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Just a whisper in the static now. The glow dissolves into the dark. drifting away on the frequency. Silence is the only sound left.
City breeze below the static, a hollow hum inside the dark. We leave our shadows in the attic, just floating on a single spark. Midnight spills across the empty pavement, the streetlights flicker in a golden row. We are escaping from the day's enslavement, surrendering to where the heavy currents go. Your profile painted in the passing neon, a quiet language in the way you breathe. This is the frequency we set our scene on, the secret underworld we weave beneath. The temperatures in the back of my mind, we leave the edges of the morning behind. I feel the heavy water pulling me deep, awake inside a lucid dream in our sleep. We are lost in the velvet night, slipping through the fingers of the fading light, caught inside the rhythm of a hollow space, tracing every shadow on your glowing face. We are lost in the velvet night, let the deep bass swallow every fear inside, hypnotized together by the endless sound. Feet are levitating high above the ground. The vinyl crackle is a soft confession, a muted heartbeat in the leather seat. We find our refuge in this dark obsession, and let the isolation feel complete. The skyline shimmers like a distant ocean, the windows down to let the winter in. We are a photograph of slow emotion, a brush of electricity upon the sketches in the back of my mind. We leave the edges of the morning behind. I feel the heavy water pulling me deep, awake inside a lucid dream in our sleep. We are lost in the velvet night, slipping through the fingers of the fading light, caught inside the rhythm of the hollow space, tracing every shadow on your glowing face. We are lost in the velvet night, let the deep bass swallow every fear inside, hypnotized together by the endless sound. Feet are levitating high above the ground. Close your eyes and let the colors bleed. This is the only kind of air we need, a steady pulse to wash the world away, a midnight promise that we will not sleep. A senses gather like a rising tide, nowhere to run, nowhere left to hide. We are lost in the velvet night, slipping through the fingers of the fading light, caught inside the rhythm of the hollow space, tracing every shadow on your pole. drifting through the static of the midnight hour. A distant rhythm pulling at the edges of my mind. Subwoofers humming like a heartbeat in the floor. I close my eyes and leave the heavy world behind. The city lights are bleeding through the rainy glass, a watercolor painting of a world asleep. I watch the glowing headlights as the taxis pass and dive into a frequency so warm and deep. There is a sanctuary hidden in the bass, a quiet architecture built of synthesized sound. I lose the memories that I do not wanna trace until my floating feet forget the solid ground. The shadows open up to let the color in, a slow crescendo rising from the velvet floor. I feel the electricity against my skin. I am a spirit to the person I was before. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. A rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Blazing in the glow of ultraviolet light. I do not have to think, I only have to move. The kick drum fades away into a quiet hum. Electric Dino chords are gliding through the air. I let the soothier isolation overcome the tangled up illusions of my own despair. We are just whispers in an empty corridor, but in this atmosphere we are a golden spark. I'm not afraid of the silence anymore. I found a glowing constellation in the door. The shadows open up to let the color in, a slow crescendo rising from the velvet floor. I feel the electricity against my skin. I am a stranger to the person I was before. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. The rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Blazing in the glow of ultraviolet light. I do not have to think, I only have to move. Synthesizers elevate the atmosphere. A syncopated bassline washes over my chest. The smoke begins to rise and suddenly it is clear. This hypnotic sanctuary is where I rest. The snare is building up the tension in the room. The sudden rush of magic bursting from the gloom. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. The rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Lost inside the magic of the flashing light. Forever in this moment I am free to move. The beat dissolves into the fading atmosphere, a gentle repetition slipping out of sight. The whispers are the only thing I still can hear, just echoes fading softly in the velvet floor.
Breathing the cool air of the 2 a.m. streets, A distant hum of the sleeping city below, shadows stretching out across the empty pavement. We are just ghosts fading into the neon glow. The street light flickers in a rhythm of its own. I trace the dashboard while I'm driving all alone. The skyline bleeds a purple hue into the black. I leave the noise behind, I'm never looking back. A heavy bassline thumping softly through the floor. I pass the closed up cafes and the corner store. The world is quiet, wrapped inside a silver chill. Time slows right down, the rushing wind is standing still. And frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting into gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The vinyl crackles like a fire in my mind. I search for pieces of the dream I left behind. The amber glow of traffic signals blinking red. A million unspoken words are swimming in my head. The electric piano plays a lonely velvet chord. The solitude is everything I'm moving toward. The glass is cool against the fever of my skin. I open up the window, let the midnight in. The frequencies rise, catching my heavy breath, floating on the edge of the night. Nothing is left. A sudden spark in the wild, a ghost in the sound. My feet are lifting so high above the solid ground. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The city lights are melting in the gold, a beautiful illusion I can hold. I'm dancing with the shadows on the wall. I close my eyes and let the timeline fall. I'm lost inside the echoes in the dark, a silent rhythm beating through my heart. The kick drum fades and leaves me drifting out to sea. Just whisper melodies between the night and me. I surrender to the space where all the time suspends, where the broken pavement shatters and the skyline ends. Wash right over me, a tidal wave ascending sails. Clear all these demons are gone in a cornerstone. frequencies are slowly fading into dust. A quiet whisper in the night I finally trust, melting away into the velvet midnight black. Just shadows now, and there is no way back. Soft neon bleeding through the upper skin fog. The bass begins to tremble deeply underfoot. Close your eyes, let the frequency take over. We are nothing but shadows melting into sound. The city sleeps, but we are just awaking beneath the pavement where the world is shaking. A heavy rhythm pulling at my shoulder. The air is warm, the night is growing colder. I see your silhouette across the glowing room, a fleeting specter wrapped inside the velvet gloom. The sub-bass rolls and watches over every fear. There is no yesterday, there's only now and here. The frequencies rise into a fever pitch. We step across the border, pull the midnight switch. The claps align to synchronize our beating hearts. This is the moment where the sweet illusion starts. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Let the surface side be at the vital spark. Drifting on the current of a steady beat. Dancing out the sorrow where the shadows meet. Let the deep velvet groove carry you away. We don't have to face the blinding light of day. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Leave behind a glowing everlasting A breathy whisper catches on the hi-hat tap. We fall into the center of the sonic map. The walls are sweat and painted in a violet hue. I leave my heavy body just to follow you. We trade our secrets in the spaces of the kick. The magic of the midnight wraps around us thick. Just let the lush paths wash away the broken past. We formed a frequency that's finally built to last. The frequency is rising to a fever pitch. We step across the border, pull the midnight switch. The claps align to synchronize our beating hearts. This is the moment where the sweet illusion starts. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Let the surface side at the vital spark. Drifting on the current of a steady beat. Dancing out the sorrow where the shadows meet. Let the deep velvet groove carry you away. We don't have to face the blinding light of day. Lose yourself inside the echoes in the dark. Leave behind a glowing everlasting mark. The heavy floor falls away. Time is suspended. Every fractured piece of us is finally mended. We are just currents of electric air, breathing in the static, nothing to repair. Wait for the warmth of the rising chord before we plunge back to the heavy floor. is fading back into the morning gray. The synthesizer washes everything away. Just a breathless whisper lingering in the mind. Leave the echoes in the dark behind. Drifting through the velvet indigo, shadows breathe, the city sleeps below. Quiet spark ignites the heavy air. Can you feel the magic waiting there? I left my heavy worries at the door, my bare feet stepping on the rhythmic floor. The silver moonlight spills across the room, chasing away the lingering quiet gloom. I close my eyes and let the tempo take every fragile piece of me away. The frequency is humming in my veins, washing away the echoes of the rain. The atmosphere is shifting, rising high. We are constellations in the sky, a rush of gravity. We leave behind the highest elevation we can find. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Let the deep bass carry our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the coming day. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and everything is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. The silence used to be a lonely place before I found the comfort of this space. Now every heartbeat aligns with the drum, a perfect language, a beautiful home. You reach your hand and pull me in the tide. There is nowhere left for us to hide. The neon colors bleeding through the dark. We are the fire, we are the vital spark. The atmosphere is shifting, rising high. We are constellations in the sky, a rush of gravity. We leave behind the highest elevation we can find. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Let the deep bass carry our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the end. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and everything is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. Hold your breath and dive into the deep. This is the promise that the midnight will keep. Falling upward, floating off the ground, lost in the beauty of the echoing sound. Higher and higher, the pressure will release, finding our ultimate and beautiful peace. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Everything is carry our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the coming day. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and all of it is right. Static on the vinyl, a distant humming wire. The city breathes out slow, and I'm the fire. I close my eyes and let the frequencies align. Caught inside the rhythm, stepping out of time. The velvet curtains drawn against the silver glass, watching headlights bleed and blur as taxis pass. There is a heavy hum vibrating through the floor, like a secret heartbeat hidden behind the door. I pour a glass of nothing, watch the shadows play, let the inner love warm melt the cold away. A solitary silhouette against the glowing screen, lost inside the spaces of the spaces in between. The filters open wide, wide began to breathe, suspended in the air. There is nothing underneath. A whisper in the static calls my spirit out, washing away the edges, drowning out the doubt. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, bathing in the glow of the artificial light. Let the steady kick drum carry us away, far beyond the borders of the waking day. Lost inside the rhythm, sinking in the deep, somewhere in the valley between the groove and sleep. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, nothing but the music and the fading of the light. The sub-bass rolls like thunder in a distant sky, reflected in the neon of a stranger's eye. Footsteps on the pavement synchronize and blend, tracing out a circle that will never end. The smoke hangs heavy in the corners of the room, the sanctuary built inside the midnight gloom. Every single snare hit cuts the air like glass. I am just a silent witness, watching moments pass. The filters open wide, the walls begin to breathe, suspended in the air. There is nothing underneath. A whisper in the static bouncing back from Jupiter and Mars. The bass drops into nothing, leaving only space. A solitary moment, an empty, perfect place. The hi-hats start to rush, the tension pulls me tight before I fall back down into the velvet night. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, bathing in the glow of the artificial light. Let the steady kick drum carry us away, far beyond the borders of the waking day. Lost inside the rhythm, sinking in the deep, somewhere in the valley between the groove and sleep. We are drifting on the deep house waves tonight, nothing but the music and the feeling at night. The kick drum slowly fades into the quiet dusk, leaving only echoes of a love that's solid trust. The tape delay is spinning out a final gentle sigh. Good night to the neon, good night to the sky. Soft breath in the atmosphere, fading shadows disappear, drifting out across the tide. Nowhere left we need to hide. The city sleeps beneath a velvet sky. I watch the neon constellations die. A quiet pulse begins to wake the ground, and I am floating in the sea of sound. We walked along the edges of the night, just waiting for a sudden spark of white. The heavy air is starting to release. I find it there in the center of my peace. Feel the rhythm rising from the floor. I don't wanna fight it anymore. sudden rush of oxygen and fire. We are climbing higher, ever climbing higher. The white noise shatters empty crystal stars, erasing all the lines of who we are. Just close your eyes and let the bassline drop. We are at the summit and we will never stop. Dive with me into the ocean of light. Leave behind the heavy shadows of night. We are weightless in the bright unknown. We are seeds the universe is just sown. Let the current pull our bodies away. We will ride the frequencies to the day. Dive with me into the ocean of light. We are shining, we are blinding and bright. The water settles and the waves are still, a golden aura on the distant hill. I breathe you in and slowly float away, forever resting in the break of day.